Hi everyone, welcome to today's live session, day 2 of the Wise Humanity Summit. And yesterday we have gone through day 1 and all the belonging talks, the belonging to love, the connecting with gratitude, becoming in contact with what respect is, and trusting who am I, and the essence of being a human. And today we are finishing this part, the part 1, which is about universal wisdom, with awareness to embrace life, to be real, and with our place on the web of life. And we're stepping into a new part, the part 2, which is the wisdom within me, and it contains rites of passage and all the most important transitions in human journey, from birth to death. And we have a guest, a very special guest, Svagito Liebermeister. Welcome, Svagito.
Oh, hello everybody. Hello, Veronica.
Thank you so much for your talk opening the summit with love. It's a very powerful talk. I mean, for me, it has been very moving when I have done it, and I have listened to it a few times already. And today we will have like a little talk about integrating all this journey, all these first 2 days, and our belonging to nature. So how can we do to step into this inward journey into our human path and transitions, with embracing this that we are part of, with surrendering, or like being aware? How can we integrate all this that we have been through these 2 days? What would you suggest?
Well, I don't know exactly what you have been through, but I can say one thing, that for me, integrating yourself with life and with the universe or things like that has something to do with feeling integrated in yourself, and that has something for me to do with embracing your inner shadow side. That means often we are thinking about oneness and we all love each other, but we are often not in a state where we can fully love everybody and feel oneness. The feeling of oneness is actually the end of a long journey, and often it stays in many people just as an idea of feeling oneness. For me, it has to pass through an experience, and the experience is possible if we go in and we meet all the sides in us that we usually don't like and we reject, like negative emotions, for example, or our jealousy, our anger, our ambition, all the things. Especially when we are on a spiritual journey, we often reject, or we think it's not good, I'm like that. So for me, oneness or feeling part of something happens when we learn to open ourselves to all the sides within us that we often don't like or we judge as not good. And that is often not easy because of our conditioning. We learn when we grow up, it's good to be like that, or it's not good to be like this. And then often we continue this attitude also when we go on a spiritual journey. Means we think compassion is good and anger is not good. And actually, it is not like this. Anger, compassion, jealousy, whatever, it's all one energy. We have only one energy. And the moment we embrace something in us, the quality of that energy transforms itself. So for me, the real journey is to open up to that part in yourself which you don't like. Then you become more whole, then your energy expands, and you become a more integrated human being. And that is often not so easy to do. So we need sometimes support, we need to meditate, and we need to open ourselves to the side in us that we don't like. And sometimes for that also, sometimes therapy is also needed, because it puts us, meditation alone is good, but sometimes in meditation we can also avoid something in us that we don't like. So meditation can easily also become an avoidance. So we need to expose ourselves and dig into ourselves and open to the sides in us which don't make us feel so great. So this is for me also my journey, and that's why we need to enter life, and in relationship in life, when we meet people, then we come across all these things and we see it actually. If you withdraw yourself from the world, you also don't see so much. So if you're in life, you see, and then you react, and you're like this and like this, and suddenly you come across many sides where you think, oh, that was not so great, I did that. And then to have compassion and open yourself to that. For me, that is an important step in the learning. It's a lifelong learning in a way.
So it's like a journey of a lot of courage also, no? Because to step into the shadows.
That's right.
And
It needs courage to do that. And one way to have courage is to feel loved by others and also to feel love to yourself. So if you create loving relationships and you enter a field where people feel, when you meet people that love you and you enter such a field, like a Buddha field, for example, you gain courage because you feel loved. Even if you are bad, you still feel loved. And also to feel love towards yourself. And I think that is important because love gives you courage.
and
When
also,
you feel loved, you have the courage to look at something something difficult also.
I was thinking of people who maybe feel alone or don't find that space or that place where other people, can have these expressions of love towards them. And I was thinking of animals and trees and nature that, in a way, the sun is also like we could maybe feel love through being held on this in nature by nature. No,
Yeah, but
it's not the same.
I think it's good to start with people,
Mm.
Easier to love a tree than to love your neighbor. Because the neighbor can be nasty. A tree is just standing there. So just say, I love nature, I love the sun. What does it mean, Of course, everybody likes nature. That's not difficult. But to love your neighbor who is disturbing you all the time, that's a little more difficult, no?
Yeah.
So Buddha once said to one of his disciples, the disciple said, I can love the whole humanity, but my neighbor is really nasty. And the Buddha told him, forget the whole world, just love your neighbor. So for me, loving nature and loving the sun and loving the universe, what does it mean? Start with your neighbor. I think that's a better approach.
Yeah, it was more like I was thinking of connecting with me receiving love. Like if I'm alone and then I want to feel loved, how can I?
I understand, but that's always the problem. To want to be loved, that's everybody's state. But if you want to be loved, what you have to do? You have to start loving. You have to start behaving to others in a loving way. Because wanting to be loved actually is the consciousness of a child. It's a childlike state. In order to come out of being like a child, you have to start being loving to others. So if you want to be loved, there is only one way. It is start being loving and behaving in a loving way to other people. Then love comes back to you, actually.
And that requires maturity, I guess, because to not or integration of the child.
Sure, but you can start doing it, in simple ways. Just behave with people in a more loving way. Everybody's able to. It's not first you have to be enlightened and then you can be loving. I don't think so.
So now when we've been in this immersed on this belonging that we as part of life we are part of. And now we're starting this journey into our human life, no? From birth, childhood, teenage, and all of this until death.
Yeah,
So
we
I
are in
want,
this journey. We
yeah,
don't need to enter it. We are in it. We are
yeah,
born. We have been a child. Now we are a young person, old person, and we're going to come across death. Everybody. That's the only certain thing in life is that we're going to die.
yeah. But one of the things that I have experienced as a human is that sometimes we have separated ourselves in different generations. So the idea of this second part is to like create empathy, like by knowing the each stage of life, so that we can integrate ourselves and feel together like this full tree, like have an understanding of what other people experience, and just as for being human, not in their conditioning or in their culture, but more like a human animal. And I wonder if you could lead us into going inwards, in any way, like if you have a practice or a meditation that can support us now when we're stepping into this going inwards.
Yeah, we can do a meditation about going in. Yes. Any meditation actually is good because meditation in general is always about going inwards. So that's the essence of meditation, is to close your eyes, to go in and to meet yourself. And for that, you don't need any concept really. You don't need to think about tree of life or anything. Anybody can do it. Any moment, anybody can do it. So let's do that for a moment. Maybe if you're listening right now, you can just sit for a moment, feel your body, take a breath, and just allow yourself to withdraw your attention from the outside and allow your attention to go and turn inside. And when you go, first of all, you meet your body, you feel your breathing, your in-breath, your out-breath. And then you feel when you breathe in, you open to something. When you breathe out, you let go of something. So with each breath, you open yourself to life. And that means to something unknown, because the future is unknown. In the in-breath, you breathe in and you open yourself to something which will come in the future and you don't know what it is. And with your out-breath, you learn to let go. You learn to let go of the past. You learn to let go of the past moment. So our practice as life is like learning to let go of the past and being open to what the future and what life presents to you. And you can do this actually in each moment. Each moment is an opening and a let go. So breathing in, you open yourself, you open your heart, you open your body, you open your mind to something new, to something that you haven't experienced before. And with each out breath, you let go of something that is no more here. Maybe some person that was here with you and is no more here. Some experience that you had and it is no more there. Or you have changed. You're no more the same person you were a few years ago. So you're a different person now. Your body is changing. The youth is gone, something new happened. So something is continuously changing in you. In each moment, you let go of something and you open to something new. So you feel that for a moment with your breathing. Like Osho used to say, life is change. Life is a passing moment. Everything changes. And then you feel this watcher inside you, your consciousness, which is aware of the change. This part in you, which we call the watcher, always remains there the same. It was the same when you were young, it is the same when you are old, it remains the same when you die. This witnessing consciousness is that which doesn't change. And for a moment, feel that right now, that you're watching yourself, you're watching, you're listening, you are the witness. So sometimes in your life, in your daily life, any moment, you can just stop for a moment, feel your breath, and feel and remember that you are a witness. Any moment, you can do that. Just stop everything, feel your breath, in and out breath, feeling the changing moment, and sensing that you are the witness. So this can accompany you during the day. So with the next breath, you can come back, you can open your eyes again. And you can enjoy your journey and the new day and all the new teachings or experiences you can make today also. Okay.
Thank you so much, Svagito, for this moment, for this gift, and for your talk as well. And thank you, because I know you are in a workshop right now, holding a workshop in Sweden, and you made time for us to integrate and to support us in this journey too. So thank you for all what you do.
Much love to you. Bye-bye.
Much love. Much love to everyone. Thank you.
Bye-bye.